Welcome back to Your Sunday Setup. I'm Whitney, and today we're continuing the conversation we started last week. In episode 66, we talked about saying no without guilt, setting boundaries with others. Today, we're going deeper because often the hardest boundaries to hold aren't with people around us. They're with ourselves. But before we explore that, let's begin with a moment of grounding. Take a slow breath in and a long breath out. Let your shoulders soften. Unclench your hands. Allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. Now imagine standing at a crossroads. One path represents comfort, habit, and avoidance. The other represents alignment, growth, and self-trust. Both paths are available to you, but only one honors who you say you want to become. With each breath, repeat silently, I honor my commitments to myself. My boundaries create freedom. I can be trusted with my own life. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Imagine you have a bank account that no one else can access. You can't see the balance, but you feel it. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you make a deposit. Every time you ignore your own limits, procrastinate, or override your needs, you make a withdrawal. That account? It's your self-trust account. Boundaries with yourself are how you keep that account solvent. When it's overdrawn, you feel scattered, unmotivated, disconnected, frustrated with yourself. Not because you're lazy, but because your inner system no longer trusts your word. Boundaries with yourself are the invisible architecture of your life. They show up in how you manage your time, how you care for your body, how you honor rest, how you follow through, how you stop negotiating with the part of you that wants relief instead of results. Without self-boundaries, goals stay theoretical. Motivation fades. Burnout creeps in. Guilt increases. With them, clarity sharpens, energy stabilizes, confidence grows, life feels intentional instead of reactive. This isn't about rigidity or perfection, it's about self-respect in action. Let's discuss 3 practical strategies for setting boundaries with yourself. First, decide your non-negotiables. And here's a pro tip. Keep them small. Self-boundaries fail when they're unrealistic. Instead of, I'll wake up at 5 a.m. every day, I'll never procrastinate again, try, I'll get up 10 minutes earlier tomorrow. I will move my body for 10 minutes. I review tomorrow's priorities before bed. Consistency builds trust, not intensity. Second, stop renegotiating with yourself in the moment. The most dangerous phrase is, just this once. When you renegotiate in moments of fatigue or emotion, you teach yourself that your word is flexible and not in a good way. Set boundaries in advance, not when you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. Your future self will thank you. And third, replace self-punishment with self-leadership. When you miss a boundary, don't spiral into shame. Ask instead, what made this hard? What support was missing? What needs adjusting? Leadership is not punishment. Leadership is responsiveness with integrity. Your challenge is to choose one boundary with yourself to practice this week. Not 10, not a complete life overhaul. Just one. Write it down, honor it, and then notice how it changes how you feel about yourself. Setting boundaries is one thing. Trusting yourself to keep them is another. Next week, we'll explore how to rebuild self-trust, especially if you've broken promises to yourself in the past, and how following through becomes easier when your boundaries are aligned with who you truly are. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Boundaries with yourself aren't about restriction, they're about freedom, confidence, and alignment. Each time you honor your word to yourself, you strengthen trust, clarity, and your ability to move through your week with intention rather than overwhelm. If you'd like support putting these ideas into practice, I've created the Mindful 5, a simple, sustainable daily practice designed to help you reset your mind, regulate stress, and reconnect with what matters most in just 5 minutes a day. It's not about doing more, it's about creating space to think clearly, respond intentionally, and move through your week with greater calm and confidence. You can learn more and enroll at themindful5.com. Until next time, here's to honoring your commitments to yourself, protecting your energy, and building a life that reflects what truly matters to you. And take care.